Hey everyone, Pupsker here, and today we're going to be talking about what can you do, or what should you do as a Warframe player when there's nothing to do. Right now we are going through what some are saying, as always, is the Warframe content drought. The lulls between big updates where there's honestly nothing new to do. There's obviously a lot in Warframe to do most likely, but nothing new if you're a long-term player. So with that, hey, what should we do? What's everyone up to and whatnot? I've seen in a lot of comments lately, you know what? People, no shock, in Warframe videos are getting kind of calm, and when I start playing Tower of Fantasy or talk about other games, people freak out. No big shock there. I primarily play Warframe on the channel, but whew, man, do Warframe players not like other games other than Warframe apparently? Or they just don't like their Warframe channels not playing Warframe. Sad, sad, sad. If you're one of the folks, so sorry, that can't handle random non-Warframe videos showing up in the sub box, yeah, unfortunate, because that's never gonna stop. As always, this is a Warframe, video games in general, such type channel. I primarily play Warframe as it's a game I love and it's a fun game, but over the years I've made 900 plus Warframe videos, I've streamed Warframe, and that means I've had such an insane amount of content posted on this channel for Warframe. So if there's anything you ever want to, you can just search up, watch my video for it if it exists, or somebody else's. We don't necessarily need daily Warframe content. It's why most daily Warframe content creators stop playing or just leave Warframe. If you haven't noticed, pretty much 90% of original Warframe content creators slowed down or just stopped playing Warframe altogether. Most of them have just stopped playing the game and become occasional Warframe commentary channels. Some hate the game now with a passion, some enjoy the game, some are casual with the game. It's, you know, all over the place. But with 9 years of Warframe, there's a ton of people who've been pushed out of Warframe content creation by the game itself, either not having enough to do, them being bored creating for the game, as I mean, after a certain point, it's just more Warframe, of course, right? So you never truly know what's going to happen. I myself, not planning on quitting Warframe anytime, but whenever there is a content drought, it's safe to say and assume that people are going to slow down, make less videos, right? I'm not at the point where I'm going to be making 2-3 Warframe videos a day anymore. It's more like 1 to 2 if there's stuff happening. And I don't even need to make 1 Warframe video a day these days, as most of my guides are out. There's others I can make, but there's nothing I need to make. So everything these days is just for fun type content, or just, you know, general overview, reviews, etc., builds. It's all, at the end of the day, the same. So hey, don't be too rude in the comments, the people who just complain or lose their mind when I don't upload Warframe. Some of them, if they seem too insane, I just ban them. I'm like, look man, you clearly should not be watching my channel if me uploading other videos makes you cry if it isn't Warframe, right? It's not a healthy mindset. If you're that type of person, probably get off YouTube, touch some grass, breathe some air, right? Because that's not a good thing, not a good thing. But hey, there are a lot of games out there to play right now. Currently, I am playing Tower of Fantasy. Tower of Fantasy, think of it like Genshin Impact if Genshin Impact was an MMO. It's pretty self-explanatory for the most part. There's world exploration, fighting, it's a gacha anime game, but I am currently fully free to play in it and having a lot of fun. That's why you're just randomly seeing a ton of videos. I imagine Tower of Fantasy, for a lot of people like myself, will probably last maybe a month or two until, you know, the story's going to be out, we'll be able to do everything in the game, and then maybe a lot of us will slow down, and hopefully that coincides well with maybe next Warframe update. I'm hoping Veilbreaker comes a bit sooner, but you never truly know. So I feel like Tower of Fantasy, if you like Genshin Impact, it's a good type of game to play. There's a lot of hours to put into it right now. It does have a lot of issues as well, by no means a perfect game, but hey, as long as you're just having fun with it, that's all that really matters. And for now, I'm having fun with it, and I'm having fun making videos. So yeah, don't cry too much. It's okay. It's okay. you know, you can also play Genshin Impact. It's Tower of Fantasy, but OG. It's Breath of the Wild clone, if you will. That's every game's derivative upon another game at this point, so it's not like it really matters. Genshin Impact, also a pretty fun game, especially when you're starting out. A lot of story missions to do, a lot of the game to explore, and a lot of combat to be had. Maybe if you're a late game in Genshin Impact, it suffers kind of like Warframe, where there's just nothing really to do. Genshin Impact late game is much like Warframe, just farming more stuff. Genshin Impact, you're farming more stuff so that your numbers go higher and your damage goes burr. And in Warframe, you're farming more stuff so that, you know, you have more stuff. So similar but different. In Genshin Impact, you're farming the same stuff every day at endgame. Nothing changes, just so you can do bigger damage and maybe get higher in the Spiral Abyss. Unless you're past that point, then you're just farming for the sake of farming. So again, same issue that Warframe suffers from, but at least it has bossing and more competent endgame than Warframe comparatively, because hey, you can run dailies and bosses every day at least, so it has some stuff. Not too bad though. There's Destiny 2, the player game that everyone freaks out about in comparison to Warframe. People love comparing it, right? It's the #1 game you hear of when you talk Warframe, because they're both space third-person shooters. Similar to Halo, but the general style of game is completely different. That's why you don't often see Halo brought up too much. And Destiny 2 has more endgame than Warframe, and I believe it just had an expansion, or recently just had an expansion in the past week or two, or will have one in the next week or two. I'm not a huge Destiny 2 guy, okay? I played through the game, it's fun, but I stopped there. So maybe there's more to do there right now. I know a lot of people do also like jumping between Warframe and Destiny, the ones that don't like vehemently freak out about Destiny's existence in relation to Warframe. So from what I see, it's a pretty good game. It has PvP, albeit maybe broken and unbalanced, but way more competent than Warframe PvP, that's for sure. And it has endgame dungeons, raids, boss type activities, which again, a lot better than Warframe's endgame activities and bossing. So it might be a worthwhile idea to maybe check it out one day if that's what you're into. But I feel like Destiny has been out, Destiny 2, etc. has been out for a long enough time that if you're planning on checking out, you probably would have checked it out. But if not, that's fine, it is what it is. We always have the good old-fashioned League of Legends. It's a game that I no-lifed and went insane with back in the day. I don't have a huge need or want to return to it. I could play Teamfight Tactics again, because that's a really fun auto battler, and I love auto battlers, but I just don't know if I have the time to get into Teamfight Tactics and get into the meta and try to get highly ranked and make videos around that, because I'm having a lot of fun with Tower of Fantasy. I try to stick to Warframe plus one other game at a time, if anything, so I don't get too busy and too bogged down with stuff. And yeah, League and TFT has always been fun games for me, but League less so these days because I just can't get into it. And TFT, again, kind of the same because I don't have too much time to try to get a high rank. So yeah, that's why I have issues playing ranked competitive PvP games these days. Just hard to find time. Next, in the same similar fashion, we do have Apex Legends. It's a battle royale game, fun, everyone loves it, you know, whoever plays it. Or maybe it's not kind of like Warframe. You love to play it and you hate to play it, right? It depends. Apex, to my knowledge, is still a pretty popular, fun, and interesting battle royale mode. If you're into PvP battle royales, that might be up your alley. I don't know exactly how it's doing player base wise, but I'm pretty sure it's by far more popular than Warframe. And the nice thing about PvP competitive games is it gives you proper goals to achieve to, and you can improve a decent amount. But if it's not your style of game, that's okay. Last but not least, we have Fortnite. Whoo! You can use Epic Games creator code Pupsker if you want. I think Fortnite recently had definitely recently had their Goku, Vegeta, ya boy. They had their Dragon Ball Z super crossover event, what have you. Ton more skins. I think they have shit like Indiana Jones in the game now. Crazy how many collab skins Fortnite has at this point. But it still shows that the game is still kicking ass, making a ton of money and a ton of skins. Again, creator code Pupsker. Bring in that 10 bucks a day, whoo, if anything. Now, $100 a month income. I'm making that sweet, sweet Fortnite bank. But surprisingly, Warframe's on the Epic Games Store too. Yeah, who would have guessed? Fortnite does the thing that there's literally too much to do, right? It's like that Roblox, right? There's too much to do because it has such an asinine amount of custom games created by people. So there's always stuff people do there. There's competitive, non-competitive build modes, non-build modes. So at this point, Fortnite has so much to do as a battle royale. You can even play the non-battle royale, like single player, save the world version. So it's a crazy game if you're into that. But I feel like still the audience for Fortnite leans younger, while the audience for Apex leans a little higher. And you always got PUBG Mobile, but we don't care too much about that game because no, or regular PUBG. It's just not my style of game at this point. Either way, I just wanted to talk about some games, talk about content, Drought. Just say, guys, it's okay. Don't be too mean when I don't play other games. If you are, I'll just ban you so you won't have to watch my videos and forsake yourself. So calm it down, okay? We're chilling, playing Warframes, making guides, making videos, and other videos when I want. So that's too much for you. Adios. It's been fun. Thank you all for watching. I do appreciate it. Again, you can like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out and follow the Twitch if you want. I have other stuff such as Twitter and all the other random social media in my description below, like Discord. So I do appreciate y'all joining me. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Peace.